G-Wagon, Aston Martin, Range Rover, Rolls-Royce Cullinans, two of them back there. Then we have a Bentley Continental GT right here. We have a Ferrari 458 right here. We have some Porsches, some Bentleys. High-end and luxury car prices are plummeting. They are dropping. I told you this a year ago. I told you this 2 years ago when people were paying market adjustments. Things are falling. And in most cases, we flattened out where you can get some good deals. The problem is a lot of people own their vehicles for too much money right now. So you either, number one, take the loss, take the L, move on, or you keep it for too long while values are going down. I can tell you, we're in a different economy, we're in a different market. Beware. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Today I'm going to tell you what's going on in the car world. Let's get going. Two years ago, this video would have been very different because things were going wild. Prices were crazy. People were paying market adjustments. People were paying too much on their cars. Now, people are struggling to get rid of them. Let me explain what's happening in the car market, because it's not just the stuff that I showed you over here. I'm going to show you some really cool cars today, but there's a lot more going on, and it affects the regular person too. So before I dive into it, we have Lamborghini Hurricane Evo, we have a McLaren, another McLaren. Oh, Lamborghini. I want one of these so bad. I really want a Lamborghini Urus. It's just so beautiful. It's the right color too. This is exactly how I want it. It's just flashy enough. Then we have another Rolls Royce, we have a GTR, we have another McLaren coming up right here. Wow, I love Florida. I want to explain something because I said this affects the regular buyer as well, not just the supercar, high-end and luxury buyers. I am at an auction today, dealer auction. I always say I kind of have a crystal ball into the economy because I can see how people are spending. I sold a Ferrari back in January. Paid $88,000 for it. I ended up selling it a year or so later for about $86,000, I think. So I took a $2,000 loss in a Ferrari. I drove it for a year. I made some great videos for me. I don't consider it a loss. Regardless, the price has changed from 2021 to 2022. We're in 2024, almost in 2025, and things are drastically different now. High-end cars, that same Ferrari that I bought and sold for $86,000 back in January, I just bought the same year, the same mileage, convertible for under $60,000. So we're talking a $20,000 dip on a cleaner car. Wait, $26,000 dip on a cleaner car in 8 months. That's how things have changed in less than a year. And it's happening with everything. I made videos like this for the past 3 years when people were paying too much for cars. They were paying market adjustments, price over MSRP. I said, don't do it. MSRP, there's profit in it for the dealer at MSRP. If we're paying over, we're justifying that market adjustment, that markup. Nobody should have been doing that. Now, just like today and pre-COVID, when you bought a car, it instantly depreciated by 10% or more, meaning you spent $100,000 on a car, it's now worth $90,000. You spent $50,000 on a car, it's now worth $45,000. As soon as you drive off the lot with 3 miles, it is now a used car. We're back to that. But what was happening, people forgot that that was a thing, and they all got greedy and they all went wild, and I need a car today. And they would pay MSRP plus. So greedily, is that a word? Banks were loaning out, just like the housing crash. They were loaning out more than the actual value of a home. They were doing it on cars as well. So if you had a $100,000 car, they were lending $125,000. Things have changed. Things have regulated. I said this, your car isn't worth $125,000 the day you buy it. Maybe it was worth MSRP again right after you bought it, but when people were driving for a year and then selling their car for a profit, they all got greedy and they didn't think it was gonna crash. It crashed. It has crashed. Now people own their cars for too much. If you paid MSRP, you own it for too much. That isn't a thing anymore. Cars are not selling. Car dealers are struggling to get rid of vehicles, and they're reducing their prices by thousands. Let me show you what I mean. And then here we go. I'm at a car dealership that's offering $139 a month lease deals. The car dealerships are scrambling. They're struggling. It is not 2020 and 2021 anymore. People aren't spending money and not much is selling. Not to mention, there's more recalls than ever. There's more class action suits than ever. Things aren't built the way they were before, and people are catching on to it. We want quality. We want value. And a lot of the cars you buy today, like Toyota has millions of recalls. Ford just recalled a ton of their turbo engines. GM has a class action suit on their transmissions. Finally, all those Chevy transmissions that I've replaced over the years, they're finally taking responsibility for them. And then here you go, $139 lease deal on a Volkswagen SUV. Now, compact SUVs are some of the most popular SUVs on the market, and they can't get rid of them for $139 a month. Now, granted, there are incentives that help you qualify for $139 a month. It's probably ultra low mileage. It's probably a hefty down payment or a military benefit. Something qualifies you to get that price. Regardless, I haven't seen a $139 payment on a car in a decade. And it's not just Volkswagen. Now, right next door to the Volkswagen dealer, we have the Jeep dealership that can't give Wranglers away. This Wrangler right here is literally $15,000 off of MSRP. $15,000 off the asking price before even trying to negotiate, before even putting your foot in the door, they're taking $15,000 off window sticker. Now remember, just a couple years ago, they were asking over window stickers. So how much were dealers making when they were getting $10,000 over MSRP? That Jeep right there for $15,000 less than MSRP. You'll see right there a Volkswagen lease for $119 a month. That's the cheapest I've seen since I was in high school. This one right here, another $15,000 off. Now we're back at 0% APR, so 0% financing, $15,000 off Grand Cherokees. And it's not just Jeep and Volkswagen. Here's $15,000 off of Volvo. Here's another $14,000 off Volvo right here. $12,000 off that Volvo XC40 right there. And then here's where it really gets interesting. This GMC dealer right here. These 4 Humvee H3s, whatever these EV Humvees, these have been for sale out front since I moved to Florida 4 months ago. So the EVs, forget about it. They are not selling. So much so that this dealership is loaning out the EV Humvees. So I'm going to say that again. When you come in for service, loaner vehicles for service are the Hummer EVs, which is just wild to think about. And here's another one. And here's another one. Oh, there's another one. And remember, not that long ago, dealerships had no inventory. Now, there's inventory for miles. These parking lots are completely filled up. Look at that. Here's another Humvee EV with a lease deal of $799 a month. And if you don't believe me that they're loaning out their Hummer EVs, LNR on the roof, loaner. And there's another one. And there's another one. There's another one. Oh, behind the rain right there. There's 2 more right there. Now the Hyundai dealer behind me, it's raining too hard now because Florida, it's raining there and it's sunshine right there on either side of the street. But on this side, the Hyundai dealer, they have a dealership just like this where you can see their front line. And then they have just a gigantic overflow parking lot filled with Hyundais and Kias they can't get rid of. Just so many Hyundais and Kias as far as you can see. So far that they have to bring you on a golf cart to show you because it's too far to walk to see that many cars. Now, I just left a dealer auction that is owned by a franchise dealer. They have 6 dealerships and they bring all of their trade-ins every 2 weeks to a very specific dealer auction. They had 105 vehicles since 2 weeks ago. Now, 2 weeks ago, they didn't sell all of their inventory. Now, some of those 105 vehicles are leftovers from 2 weeks ago. But let's just say they sell everything off and then they start again with 105 vehicles in the last 2 weeks, meaning they took in 105 trade-ins in 2 weeks at 6 dealerships. 105 cars between 6 dealerships is roughly 17 and a half cars every 2 weeks sold per dealership. Let's just say they're taking in a trade-in on every car. They've taken in 17 and a half trade-ins per dealership every 2 weeks. Per week, that's roughly 8 to 9 cars, 8 to 9 trade-ins they're getting every single week, which is really low for a dealership that is large, for large businesses. They need to be moving inventory. And not everybody trades in a car, so you have to take that in consideration. But you do have to think that if they are selling all 105 vehicles at that auction, they are only taking in 8 to 9 trade-ins per week, which is wild to think. So double it. How many cars are they selling? Are they selling 16, 18, 20 cars a week? Is that good? Is that bad? It keeps them afloat, obviously. But in order to do that, they have to offer different incentives. They have to be hungry. So originally we were hungry. We were the ones spending the money. So they could be greedy. Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Does that even apply in this conversation? I don't even know. But they could be greedy because we were hungry. Now they're hungry, we get to be greedy, meaning the ball is in our court. 0% APR now, so 0% financing. They're giving away free money on cars now. They're offering $119 lease deals on specific vehicles. There are stipulations and requirements to qualify. They're offering $14,000 off cars. It's not just Jeep, it's not just Volkswagen. You saw that out of multiple different brands. $110,000 Hummer EVs are now leased out for $799 a month, which is just wild because your car payment's well over $1,000 to $1,100 on those plus. So the world is different. Be careful how you're spending. Be careful what you're buying. You should be buying, but the dealers need to be hungry. Everything is negotiable again. Make sure you are negotiating, which is simple as shopping. Just shop around, find the car you like, find the color you like, find 3 dealerships that have that same car, that same color, and just let them work off each other. This is what X dealer offered me. This is what Y dealer offered me. This is what Z dealer offered me. Can you guys match or beat it? Which dealership do you like? Which one treats you the best? Which one seems to have the best service department? And then which one offered you the best incentives and prices? That's how you make your decision. Now keep in mind, these dealerships make money off their service department too. So what is their labor rate for the service department? What's their customer service like? Do they appreciate you? Was the salesman hungry enough to come out and say hello? I just went in to go look at a Corvette. Not one person said hello. Not one person said hello to me when I walked in the empty showroom to look at Corvettes. I left. I actually videoed it. I was flabbergasted that one dealer said hello to me, salesman, which is wild. So when they are hungry, they should be hustling harder than ever. It's just wild. It's a wild time, again, opposite of the way it was previously when it was wild because everything was selling for too much money. Now it's wild because nothing is selling unless you're paying too little money. I hope this video is informative, educational. I like to show you what's going on our side of the world because it applies to you. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, a thumbs up is definitely appreciated. Share it if you want to share with your friends and tell them what's going on in the market. And subscribe if you like anything auto related. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Adios.